Hey folks, this is Vincent Adeli with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to play Star Wars Empire versus Rebellion. This is a two-player card game. I'm looking for like box information, but I don't see any, so it's just a two-player game, and I would estimate takes about half an hour or so to play, and ages 12 and up, sure, we'll go with that. So, what is this game all about? Well, it's blackjack on steroids. That's the best I could come up with this.
Or the game War, right? Kind of,
sort of. This is a cozy game night review, so we're super casual. Not exactly nighttime. We're without power right now, so we're just kind of getting our backlog taken care of here. And it's, May the 4th and all that. So anyway, this is a blackjack war style game where every round, players are going to fight over one of these event cards. And this one says ultimate power in the universe. And the white number is how many victory points this is worth. The red number is how many influence tokens you get if you win the card. The bottom left, this is how many cards you can have in your tableau before you're maxed out. And the 7 is your goal number. So like in blackjack, you're trying to reach 21 without going over. Here it's 7 without going over. So players are trying to get 7 without going over. And then sometimes there's flavor text, or not flavor, but actual like text you should look at. The player who wins the event retrieves all of the previously chosen strategy cards. It means nothing to you right now. But just note that there are like special things that could happen to the winner, loser, whatever, depending on the specific card. So players every round will be fighting over one of these cards. Now, once one is drawn, players are going to choose one of their 5 strategy cards. And as they use them, they go in a discard pile. When they run out of strategy cards, they shuffle those 5. Not shuffle, but you can just grab them all back. So if players are good at counting, they kind of know what their opponent has played up to that point and what they haven't. If you're good at it. But essentially, these will be revealed at the end of the round and offer some kind of bonus. So when determining victory, increase your total resource value by 2. So, for example, if I had 5 in my tableau, but I had that strategy card, it would actually be a 7 instead of a 5, which is closer to the goal, which is perfect. Whereas another one might be so the player who would lose would instead win. There's some other text to go along with that, but you can flip it and, if you happen to know that you're going to lose this round for whatever reason, you could play this card, this strategy card, and then lose on purpose and then actually win. So there are a lot of bluffing, knowing that I know that you know that she knows that I know that you know kind of things going on here. You can choose your opponent's strategy card next round. When this card is revealed, you may add 1 character resource card from your reserve deck. I'll get into that in a second. Long story short, event is drawn. You choose one that you want and put it face down. And that is only revealed at the end of the round. So you don't know what your opponent picked unless it's like their last card and you're counting at that point. So you've got a deck of cards. You've also got a reserve deck of special characters. At the beginning of the game, 4 of these special characters are going to be shuffled into your main deck. So Darth Vader is one of them that I shuffled into my main deck. I think I have Grand Moff Tarkin in there. IG-88 I think is in here, whatever. So 4 special cards, character cards, are going to be put into your deck. And what you're going to do, I'm just going to illustrate by getting rid of these. On your turn, you're going to do one of 3 things. You're going to draw a card, like hit me. Just draw a card. That's it. That's all you do. You just draw it. Look at the number value, because that's a 5, and you're going for a 7. That's a little high, okay? And you still have 2 more cards that you could possibly draw if you wanted to, because the max is 3. So you can draw a card, and that's it. And then when your turn comes around again, you could draw another card, or you can exhaust this in order to do this thing. And that might exhaust a card that she has, so she can't use its power or whatever. So you can do that. Another thing you can do on your turn is spend one of your precious influence tokens to ready it back up again. But you don't get these back unless like one of these strategy cards lets you, or a character lets you, something like that. There are cards that let you get them back. She's pointing to Yoda.
Yoda is one of them.
Gain 1 influence token. So there are characters and cards that will let you gain influence tokens.
Extremely rare.
They are rare. So influence tokens are rare, so only refresh these when you need to. And like I said, your players are going to be going back and forth, hitting and spending powers and refreshing cards with influence tokens to try to get to this goal without going over. Unless you've got that stupid reversal card, in which if you lose, you win. That's a pain. That's the worst card. It's one of those mind screw things.
Yeah.
So that's essentially the game. I'm sure there's other things that I missed. But I love the art. It's just screenshots from the actual movie, which is great. So yeah, there's Rebel Uprising, Death Star plans. There's a lot of different goal cards here. And as far as the decks are concerned, we, for the most part, have the same cards. Just they're worded different and like they have the same abilities down here, but the art is different because I'm Imperial, she's Rebels.
Yeah.
The art is different and it may be called something else, but like military. I'm pretty sure you have military cards in there.
I have
so and they do the same thing. Discard one of your opponent's resource cards of your choice.
Yeah, this is with Star Trek Enterprises.
No, it's not. X-Wings, yes. So it's the same deal. So you're going to have repeats. So one deck really isn't like more unique than the other one, aside from the major characters. But even then, I think some of the major characters kind of repeat in their abilities, but I didn't really compare all of them to see. And it's cool about these special characters. When you use their power, their value goes from 6 to a 1, making them better for missions where the point total might be lower. So anyway, I digress. What did you think of this game?
I liked the game a lot. I wish it wasn't so take-that-y. It is extremely brutal.
Yeah.
You can absolutely destroy your opponent's hand. If they reach... The strategy for this game is really kind of difficult because you want to go first, but then once you get everything settled in and you're like, okay, awesome, I can win this, then the other player, as you pass, the other player can actually whittle your hand down. So it's like, oh crap, do I really want to go first now? Like,
right.
It's a delicate balance, and it's hard. Sometimes you have to cut your losses and be like, well, I'm probably not going to win this, so I'll just let them have this card. And
the first player to get to 7 victory points wins.
Yeah.
So we played 5 rounds total. And you won.
There's a lot of mind screwiness.
Yes.
I think
she did very well with that.
It was hard because like I can see now like why these influence tokens are so important, especially for cards that will destroy your opponent, because once your opponent has the objective, yeah, so once they have that objective, you really kind of have to screw that up. You have to make sure that they don't have that objective, or just cut your losses. And it's just it's hard. It's kind of hard.
It was in the beginning. I felt like I was doing well because like I had cards like this in my tableau ready to go. I was ready just to nuke whatever card you were drawing. So I kept passing. And I had the higher point total without going over, so I could afford to pass.
Yeah.
And if both players passed, the round's over. So I could pass, you could go, I pass again, until you got higher than me. Then I could nuke whatever you drew to get you back under me. So like I was doing well that way, but then you turned it right around and like started screwing with my head.
I did.
That was rough.
I'm so sorry.
No, don't. I'm impressed. She said she hated doing these kind of games.
I don't like it. It makes me feel like an awful person. It really does. What was this card? Oh, so if you lose the round,
you win the round. If neither player busts. And whoever wins the round actually loses the round, and vice versa.
Yeah. So I didn't want to give it away that I got this card. So my first card, which was Yoda, came out, and he had one card that I thought would destroy Yoda, and I didn't want my card destroyed, so I said pass. So he initially thought that I had this card, the strategy card.
Mhm.
But then I went up to 17 and I got the objective, and then he's like, wait a second, if she's going for the objective, maybe she doesn't actually have this card. So I'm thinking to myself, oh man, I feel so bad.
I was working so hard to get to 17 to tie her, because in tiebreakers, whoever's losing, it shows their faction side, and this breaks ties. So she had 17. I was trying to get to 17 to break that tie because I didn't think she had this, but she actually did. So I worked hard to get to 17, only to find out that I broke the tie and won, but then I actually lost because she had that one card.
Yeah, that's a game changer.
That is the most messed up card in this entire game.
He actually would have won the round. You would have won the round.
Had I just passed and lost, and then won as a result. Or no, because you would have won, meaning
I would have won regardless.
Oh, would you?
Yeah, because when whoever wins.
No, if neither player's total. So if I won the round by getting to 17. Had I just passed at like 13 or 14, instead of trying to get to 17, I would have won.
Oh yeah, that's
because I had the lower point value. I worked hard to get to 17 to try and beat you, like fair and square, but you like bluffed your way to get me to think that I should try and beat you.
Wait a second. So if you had 8 and I had 6, are you saying it like that?
No, if you had 17.
Yeah.
If you had 17 and I had 30, you got to 17 toward the end. And I was trying to get my cards to get to 17.
But if you had 13.
But if I had 13 and just passed, I would have won. Because I had the lower point value. That would have turned around on you. So I worked hard. Look at the way she's manically laughing at me.
I'm so sorry. What a great card.
Okay.
Dang, dude, I'm so sorry.
No, so that's what I was. The entire last round, I was like trying to figure out what you were doing. But anyway, that was a very long.
You might have to cut some of that.
No.
That's a little long.
So, would you play this again?
No.
Really?
I mean,
as much as you liked it?
I did like it, but there are other games I would play that wouldn't stress me out. Like, my heart is racing.
It's a stress out because you don't like the bluffing stuff.
I hate the bluffing. I love everything else. I love that you have to, I love the blackjack part of it.
You like the blackjack part. It's just the bluff.
Blackjack.
Yes, the blackjack. So you like the blackjack, but you don't like the bluffing.
The bluffing or the take thatiness. It's so heavy on on the focus on trying to like fight a person. I mean, I get it. It's thematic, Empires versus Rebels. Yeah. But it's like you really have to screw your opponent.
Yeah, you do.
It's not cool.
Yeah.
I hate that. I hate stuff like that.
I wish there was more of I wish there was this game without the take thatiness.
Yeah.
That would have been fun. Maybe a co-op or something. Yeah, that'd be cool.
We could make a co-op, I'm sure.
I'm sure.
Darth Vader and Luke teaming up.
Well, they'd both be dark side at that point. Or light side if it's, Anyway, I digress. Star Wars Empire versus Rebellion. It's a nice little pocket-sized game, so you can travel with this almost anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, this is Vincent Idley. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all next time. Take care.
Bye, guys.